Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening, everybody. Today we'll start, inshallah, with Unit 8, Communication. And this unit is very easy because it deals with tenses, which we had in the previous classes. We have to make a quick revision for 3 tenses: past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. Please follow me in your booklet with Unit 8 grammar file. Past simple is used to talk about finished action, something finished, completed, and situation happened in the past or before now. Of course, as you know, we have 2 forms of past simple, or the verb can be divided into regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular, we add ed or d to the base form, like walk, walked, travel, traveled, study, studied, etc. And irregular verbs, you know, we have to keep them in your mind and must be recited, because we have to say, for example, go, went, begin, began, see, saw. No ed in this form. We have keywords for the past simple, and the keyword is very important. Very important. So before we start to do the exercise, we have to look for the keywords of the sentence. What's the keywords now for the simple past? As you know, as you see here at the bottom of your page: ago, yesterday, in 2000, 2018, 2019, last week, last month, last Ramadan, last season, last night. Okay, then we have to correct the form. If we have in the brackets not with the verb, we have to use didn't. Didn't. Be careful with the verb be or to be. There is no need to use did with the verb to be. We can use it, was not, or were not. This is the past simple, and it is very, very easy. We have here an example in your booklet. She went to the hospital last night. When did she go? Last night. This is the key word. She didn't go. She didn't go to the hospital last night. Or did she go to the hospital last night? This is the 3 forms of the past simple. I think it's very easy. We did it many, many times, and you are great, I know, but it is a sort of revision. The second form of the narrative verbs is past continuous. When we talk about past continuous, we are dealing with complex sentence. I mean, there is a linking words. We have 2 parts of the sentence, and we have to make one of them past continuous, the other must be in simple past. Then the first one, past continuous. We use past continuous mostly with the verb or with the linking words while, as, while, and as. While I was teaching my students, the headmistress came. Or when the headmistress came, I was teaching my students. So we have here in this title, past continuous, subject plus was or were, it depends to the pronoun or the noun before it. Then verb ing. If you want to make it negative, we have to say was not or were not plus ing. If you want to make a question, we can start with was or were plus the subject plus verb ing. So we use the past continuous tense in activities that continued for some time in the past. That means it is incomplete action or it is temporary. What are the keywords for past continuous? يعني when do we use was plus ing, where plus ing? The keywords here in your booklet, as you see, at this time last week. At this time last week, we were talking about Oliver Twist, for example. At this time yesterday, I was shopping. I was shopping. Or this time last year. Or at 5 o'clock yesterday, this specific time in the past. Or at 8 o'clock this morning. Or from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock yesterday evening. We have a part of time in the past. Okay? Then we have to deal with some activities when we have when. When the same as while and as. We cannot find, by the way, two linking words in the same sentence. While she was cooking, okay, or when her husband came, she was cooking. Okay, this is the past continuous. I know it is somehow easy for you. Now, if we have two actions happened in the past, but one action happened before the other action. There is a consequence. Two actions in the past, one before the other. The first one, we use it with past perfect. What's the past perfect now? The past perfect is subject plus had plus past participle or verb 3. Then we use comma, and we use in the second section subject plus verb 2 or simple past. We can make the opposite. We use the word before, this is keyword, before plus subject plus verb 2, comma, then we use the past perfect subject plus had plus verb 3. So what are the keywords for the past perfect? The past perfect can be used after these words. After, number one, after we had seen, after we had watched, after they had eaten, or after because, with before, with other section, when, and the word by with a time, fixed time, and until. These are the keywords for the past perfect. As I mentioned before, if we use past perfect in the first section, the second must be simple past. If we have simple past and linking words like after, because, until, by, plus time, we have to use the past perfect. I want you now to focus on the keywords after, because, before, when, by plus time, until, to deal with past perfect. In your booklet here, I gave you 17 examples. We'll deal with them quickly. Number one, for example, this is exercise in the booklet, not in the your student or workbook. Correct the form of the verb. By the way, this is very, very important. In Tawjihi, we have 2 questions. That means we have 8 marks or 8 points for this one. So please be serious. Look for the keywords. I want to do number one, for example. I went to bed after I space friends. Went, verb 2, after linking words. So I have to supply the word with after I had phoned. After I had phoned. Number 2, Sammy space before we got there. Before we got there. Before is the linking words, the key words, followed by simple past. So the other section must be past perfect. So Sami had, what's the past participle of the verb leave? Yes, it is left. Sami had left before we got there. Okay. Number 3. I space my computer course before last month. Before last month. Notice before here, it's not a linking words for the past perfect and simple past because it is not followed by verb to. There is no verb to. So it is a simple sentence. It is a simple sentence. Last month. Okay, what's the past form of the verb take? It is took. So I took my computer course before last month. Number 4. I couldn't play because this is the highlighted words or the linking words, the key words. I couldn't play because I space my leg. La samah Allah. Because I had broken my leg. I had broken. We might raise a question. There is because followed by past perfect. So we use here models in the past. Okay, it's like past. It is like past. Okay, I want you to do the rest of these and I'll supply you with an assignment, inshallah, to do it. Okay, now let's do quickly. We have simple exercise in student book page 65. Page 65, exercise 5. We have 2 choices. Until the 15th century, حتى القرن الخامس عشر, يعني 1600, it hadn't been possible to reach thousands of readers at the same time. صحيح. until شو بدها past perfect. جملة واحدة فيها until keywords. انتبهوا. Louis Sproul first saw the system of dots when an officer in the military in France was visiting or had visited. هلا لو الجملة هاي ما كانش فيها had visited كان إني اخترت يعني خيار آخر، بس أنا مضطر الآن لأنه طالما في عندي when ودانا وين على الكونتينيوس، فقبلها في simple past معناته بدنا ناخذ إيش؟ الباست continuous was visiting. في عنا في الجملة الأولى Louis Sproul first saw the system of dots when highlighted when. طالما في عنا when معناته خلاص رحنا على الكونتينيوس. تفكروش في البيرفكت بفكر فيها لما يكون في عندي after, before, until, because, etc. Number 3, this method of communication was catching or caught the attention of Louis Sproul, a young man who studied or was studying. Okay, I want you to think of this sentence. This method of communication, هذا الأسلوب من التواصل, caught the attention. لأنه حكينا was catching بصير الجملة إنه يعني لفت انتباهه لمرحلة مؤقتة، لمرحلة بسيطة، لكن هو لفت انتباهه. وبعدين إحنا هاي catch attention it's a collocation، كلمات تتبع بعض ومطلوبة معانا في التوجيهي، بدنا نعرف إنه catch attention. فإحنا بنأخذ في الفراغ الأول this method of communication caught the attention of Louis Sproul, a young man who was studying، لأنه temporary كان يدرس في at the institute في المعهد. Okay. Number 4, after many years، مبينة after many years Louis Sproul had improved and طبعا اللي and موجودة فيها كلمة and أو or تعطف ما بعدها على ما قبلها، فإذا كانت عندنا الجملة had improved أكيد راح نأخذ and completed. the last sentence by 1868 blind people العميان. by the way إيش عكس كلمة blind؟ الناس المبصرين. sighted. yes, sighted people. إذن blind people, sighted people. الحمد لله على نعمة البصر، على نعمة الصحة. blind people all over the world by were using كانوا يستخدموا بريل every day، لأنه في عنا every day. مفروض واحد يقول مثلا ليش ما نستخدم أستاذ had used في الجملة، لأنه في عنا كلمة by وهي من مؤشرات البيرفكت. أوكي، لكن أعطانا في آخر الجملة every day. وإذا بتتذكروا في درس اتطرقنا له في العاشر إنه أحيانا مثلا زي كلمة always، لما أقول you are always singing معناته أنا بعمل complaining. okay, this is the first section of our lesson. Thank you for joining me this. I wish that you are all be with a very good health and be happy as always. Be optimistic inshallah to overcome this pandemic corona and meet again inshallah. Thank you very much. It was a very easy questions, a very easy topic. So I want you now to make comment if you have any problem, لا سمح الله, God forbidden. Don't hesitate to tell me and to let me know about it. Thank you very much. We'll see you inshallah soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.